Welcome! In this video, you'll learn how to integrate Crystal reports into a React application using the Crystis library. If you're building with React and need a dependable solution for showing Crystal reports in your app, you're in the right place. We'll build a simple React app that displays customer data in a table and lets users print it using a Crystal report. Let's start by creating a new React project using Vite. Open a terminal and run. This sets up a fast, minimal React project. Once the setup is complete, move into the project folder. Now, install dependencies and open the project in Visual Studio Code. We'll use the command code. This will open the current folder, our React app, directly in VS Code, allowing us to start working on the files immediately. First, install the Crystis package for React by running npm install Crystis React. Now we're ready to build the reporting feature. We'll primarily be working in app.jsx, which contains the main component of our application. We're going to replace its contents with a basic layout that includes a user table and a print button. Let's walk through how to create a simple user table in React and connect it to a Crystal report using the Crystis library. Let's remove all the boilerplate content so we can start fresh. Replace the existing code with a simple placeholder. Crystis React. This gives us a clean starting point before adding the user table and Crystal report integration. In the terminal, start your development server. npm run dev. Save all. Open your browser and go to localhost 5173. You should see the message. This means everything is working correctly so far. Now, let's build a basic table of users and add a button that will later trigger the Crystal report. Update app.jsx with the following structure. This will show a table of sample customers and a print button to launch the report. Let's now add the logic and state we'll need in our app to work with user data and later generate the Crystal report. First, at the top of your app.jsx file, in your imports, add useEffect. This line allows us to use state and lifecycle methods in our React component. We'll use useState to store the user data and useEffect to load it when the app starts. Next, import the Crystal service. This line imports the Crystis library, the key component that will later generate the Crystal report when the user clicks the print button. Let's now define the data we'll work with inside your app function. We'll start by declaring a user's state variable to hold a list of user records. This creates an array of users. We'll use this same array to populate both the HTML table you'll see in the app and the Crystal report later on. Now, create a new instance of the Crystal service. This gives us access to the methods inside the Crystis library, which we'll call later to show the report. Then, populate the user's array using useEffect. This code runs once when the app starts and sets some initial sample data. Each object in the array represents one user, with an ID, name, town, and country, matching the structure of our state and the table columns. Now that we have our sample data ready, let's create the method that will display the Crystal report when the user clicks the print button. We convert the user's array into a JSON string, which will be passed into the report as data. This is the serialized data, in JSON format, that the Crystis library sends to the report. This is your account code, which you receive after logging in to SiteKnower.com. For this demo, we're using Demo 1. This is the user code assigned to the user who owns the report. In this example, we're using 4 zeros. This is the path to the Crystal Report RPT file. We place it inside the Public Reports folder so it can be accessed at runtime. Finally, we call the Crystis method to launch the report viewer in the browser, rendering the data inside the Crystal report. Now, before we try printing the report, we need to make sure the actual Crystal report file, Customer Report 1 RPT, is available to the application. Let's add it. In your React project folder, locate the public directory. Right-click inside it and create a new folder called Reports. Then, right-click the new Reports folder and choose Reveal in File Explorer. Now, copy the Crystal report file you created earlier, in our case that's Customer Report 1 RPT, and paste it into the public/reports folder. Make sure the report is already designed to match the structure of the data we're working with in this app, a list of users, each with an ID, name, town, and country. Once the file is in place, head back to the browser and click Print. The report should now generate and display your data inside the Crystal Report viewer. You'll find the full code in the GitHub link below the video, so you can try it yourself.